Good morning.
We are back with the Week 7 edition of the College Football Picks alongside with Miss Burgess, and we're going to break down these games.
War Eagle.
Game number 1, Auburn at Ole Miss. Miss Burgess.
Got to go with my team. Sorry. I know our record this year.
Clearly, you got to go with your team.
Clearly, I have to go with my game. But I know we're not doing so well this year. But this is going to be our week. And I have a scientific theory. I've got it figured out. You look at the teams, and as a scientist, I had to approach it with a theory. And I've looked at stats, offense, defense, coaches. I looked at everything. And my theory is the red teams are going to win unless they're playing somebody with blue. So, got to go with Auburn.
That makes sense. I'm going with Ole Miss. I don't like Auburn. I told you that they could drop a bomb in the middle of O'Hare Stadium and blow it off the map, and I wouldn't care. Cam Newton burnt me on Auburn.
Why?
Nick Fairley burnt me on Auburn.
Well,
did you not see the... No, this is not supposed to hold stuff over your head for 3 years, but my God, did you not see the late hits when we played them 3 years ago?
That was 3 years ago.
I don't care. I don't care. Point is, same coaches, same defensive coordinators.
We don't have the same coaches.
Oh, yeah, you do. Gene Chizik's still there.
Oh, yeah, I know. Sorry.
That's besides the point. Ole Miss wins.
No, Auburn.
Ole
Next.
Miss. Ole Miss.
Auburn.
Puke inside of the pumpkin orange Tennessee at number 19 Mississippi State. Miss Burgess.
Okay. Cannot, no way, can't go for Texas, Tennessee. Wrong.
Yeah, nobody can most of the time.
Tennessee.
Unless you're Dylan Hill, then you can go for Tennessee.
Yeah, but anyway, going with my theory, we've got to go to Mississippi State because they are in the red family. So, Mississippi State.
Yeah, I think Mississippi State wins this game relatively easily. Ladarius Perkins at running back is very good. Tyler Russell's got his stuff together. Quarterback, he's thrown for more yards than anybody in Mississippi State has in the past few years. So I'm going to say Mississippi State beats Tennessee relatively easily. It's not in that puking orange stadium in New England Stadium. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to say Mississippi State could challenge Alabama if they play to their potential. I mean, as good as they could possibly play.
It's going to take one strong team.
Yeah, it will.
As much as that pains me to say.
Yeah, I know it does.
Okay.
Game number 17, Stanford at number 7, Notre Dame. Coach Hayes is fighting Irish. Miss Burgess.
This one's for Coach Hayes. Notre Dame, but then again, they've got a little blue in their color. So, like I said, red team unless they're playing a blue. So, going with Notre Dame. But, I mean, color aside, Notre Dame's just got a much better team than Stanford. And I think they've surprised me this year. I really didn't think they were going to be this high. And so,
no kidding.
I just don't think Stanford's going to be able to stand up to them. So, I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
Yeah, Stanford's got the most physical front in college football. Notre Dame's got the most physical front defense in college football, so this should be one great game. The only X factor that Stanford doesn't have from last year's team is Andrew Luck, and I don't think them not having Andrew Luck and losing him to the NFL is going to be very tough for them to have an X factor to come across and beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got Monte Teo. He's one of the best, if not the best, defensive player in the nation.
I agree.
Their offense is not very good, even though they did put up 41 on Miami. But who's to say Miami's an ACC defense? Who can't put 41 up on them? But I'm going to say Notre Dame wins relatively easily. Defensively, they're going to be able to shut Stanford down, I think. Game number 4, number 15 Texas at number 13 Oklahoma.
Red, Oklahoma.
Oh, my.
I think Oklahoma, with their offensive and defenses, is just going to be able to stand up to them. I don't think Texas is going to come with their full game, and I think Oklahoma's going to have them.
Yeah, I'm torn between this. Like I said, my mom lives in Oklahoma. I always pick against them, and then every time I pick against them, they lose. I picked Kansas State to beat Oklahoma earlier this year, and it happened. I'm just going to tell you, every time I picked against Oklahoma this year, they've lost.
Well, this is going to be the year.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Oklahoma's on Texas. This is Texas this year. David Ash has got his stuff together. Defensively, Oklahoma's a lot stronger than Texas, but offensively, Texas is a lot stronger than Oklahoma. So it's going to be one of them back-and-forth type of games. It's going to be like whichever one shows up to play offensively or whichever one shows up to play defensively.
With their A game will make it.
Yep. So I'm going to take Texas. This game's in Dallas Stadium, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to say Texas wins. Game number 5, number 9 LSU. At number 3, South Carolina, Steve Spurrier's Gamecocks. Gentry's Gamecocks, Miss Burgess.
Well, Gentry, I've got to give you this one. You know South Carolina's not my favorite team. Your coach is not my favorite coach. But LSU definitely can't pull it out. LSU has not been the team that they were predicted to be.
No doubt.
Definite Auburn fan. Always for Auburn. But I'm realistic about our ability right now. LSU, Auburn came within 2 points of beating LSU. Was not impressed at all with anything with the LSU team. And the only thing that might save them is coming off of the loss last week against Florida. That might put a little fire in their wagon. I don't know. But I'm still going to go with South Carolina. Even though Spurrier's not my favorite, he's still a fantastic coach.
He really is. And like you said, that Florida game last week was not an offensive-based game. It was a defensive game all the way through. LSU has no offense, and unless you have an offense against South Carolina, you're not going to beat them.
You can't play in the SEC without an offense.
Yeah, and plus they're one-dimensional on offense. They can't pass the ball like they could last year. Mettenberger's not met expectations. You can't be one-dimensional in the SEC and win on a consistent basis against teams like South Carolina, Alabama, teams like that.
You can't.
South Carolina's got everything you want on offense. That option offense is killer. I mean, first year they run it, they're running it with vengeance. South Carolina's defense is over-impressive this year. I mean, you holding teams to SEC schools and even other schools to 10 points under 10. I mean, it's crazy. I'm going to say South Carolina wins by 3 touchdowns, especially being at home. I mean, it's not in Death Valley. I mean, you know. So, I'm just going to say South Carolina wins. And any final comments?
Just like I said, my hypothesis, blue, red, red.
There you go.
War Eagle.
And I'm going to check that LSU game. That game may be in Death Valley. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's in South Carolina. But either way, I'm thinking South Carolina's going to win.
Amen.
We'll be back next week with the Week 8 edition of the College Football Picks.
War Eagle.